Okay. Javi, can you say to me if you're listening just right, the audio levels? Or is it too loud compared to the music? Perfect. Okay. Javi, can you say to me if you're listening just right, the audio levels? I think I have to pump up a little bit of the music. I think it's too low, right? Just a tiny little bit. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna put it back. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now you're listening to my voice and you're listening to a little bit of background music. Perfect. Let's try the next one. Okay. Now you're listening to the same, me and the background music, but you're actually looking at my screen, right? Barely here. There isn't any background music here. So you cannot hear anything because there is nothing here. Javi, it's just the voices. Are you having like an schizophrenic attack? Too much work, man. Relax, chill. So then Okay, so audio is good. Let me change to the other one. This one, I think is a little bit better. And here I can actually see the people in the comments. Where is it? Okay, my Discord, sorry, not my Discord. My OBS doesn't show me the comments. I have Twitch comments and YouTube comment, but it's the same as the other one. Okay, I need to change this because I'm not gonna be able to see the comments if I don't do that. Let me, just 1 second. Oh, Velatus, how are you, man? Haven't seen you since like the last time on stream, maybe a month ago. How are you, man? Audio seems fine. Great to hear that. No background music. Yeah, there's no background music. Okay. Now I see you in the chat. Okay, perfect. That is solved. Didn't know you have a Twitch. Yeah, I didn't have a Twitch. I created my Twitch account like 4 years ago, and then I decided that it was better to start on Kick because I basically thought that the discovery was better there. That's pretty much it. And now I basically started Twitch because I think that most people are on Twitch, and it's better for me to be on both sides because people can actually do raids and you can get a lot of support from other streamers. But I think Kick is just as good. I just did this because the people that are gonna be here with us, basically most of them have at least a Twitch account. And the ones that are on Kick also are on Twitch. So it's just better for collaboration. Okay, let me check. Okay, this is working perfectly. Now let me check this one. Perfect. You have the Twitch one and we have the YouTube one. Seems great to me. And this one, do you actually hear music here? You should be able to hear music here. I don't know if it's gonna be too loud for a podcast. Do you think that it's gonna be annoying after a while? Should be fine. I put at -45 and we're gonna be talking around -20. Should be a pretty good gap for the audio to come up clearly. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna stay here for at least 15 minutes until the guys come. And I think I'm gonna share some videos here so I can go and make a coffee and you don't get bored or tune out. Basically. Let me show you a video. Let me see. The browser sources for Twitch and YouTube. On which one? On this one? On this one, this is the one for the community crossover, but only for me. Or maybe... Bruh, don't worry, nobody follow me. Nadie me estaba siguiendo, este canal es nuevo. Lo creé, lo empecé a usar hace solamente una hora. Así que, bueno, me puedes seguir, tranquilo. No, community crossover is the same channel as mine. It's just a section of my channel. I thought about creating a different channel for that one. I don't know. If it ends up working, maybe I will consider to create another channel for that. But for the moment, I think it's gonna be easier if I just create like a podcast inside my channel. I'm not sure, honestly, because maybe YouTube algorithm is gonna be better if I just do the community crossover in another place. But we're gonna figure it out. Don't worry. Okay, I see the chat updating, right? No, it's not updating. You're right. Yeah, it's not updating. Damn. Maybe if I do this. Okay, now it's updating. Okay, I have to have the windows opened and not minimized for them to actually update. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with a video and I'm gonna make a coffee and then we are gonna start. And yes, the camera is gonna turn off every 30 minutes because I don't have the money to basically spend like €1,000 in a new camera. So this is a DSLR camera, which is super great, but the M50 turns off every 30 minutes. Basically because Canon made it so it turns off every 30 minutes so they can sell it here in Europe as a camera and doesn't have the tags for the video camera. Such a stupid thing. But it's gonna be a little bit annoying, but we're gonna manage. Yeah, it's ridiculous. If the camera can keep streaming, it means that it can be considered as a video camera for that tax. So it's gonna be taxed. Yeah, they do anything for money. Yeah, well, it's a company. I would do the same thing. Well, it depends. Okay, let me go to my main camera, not that one. This one, I'm gonna put the video for you and I'm gonna go make a coffee and we'll be right here in just a moment. Let me see what I can put to you. Oh, if you haven't seen this one, I'm gonna put that one for you, and I'm gonna go make a coffee.
Exiles, and welcome again to the desolate place known as Recla.
Oh, something else. Can you actually hear the video?
My name
Please
is
tell
Chris
me.
Wildotter, and I'm here to show
I need to
you
know
a
that.
new out-of-the-box set of microtransactions. Our artists
Perfect. Okay. Gonna prepare the coffee for the stream, and I'll leave you with this one. Be right back.
Hello, Exiles. Welcome again to the desolate place known as Reclast. My name is Chris Wildotter, and I'm here to show you a new out-of-the-box set of microtransactions our artists have come up with. Remember that every dollar you spend on this will go directly to finance the things we love the most. Ruthless. And for those of you that doubt about how many of these microtransactions are being sold, remember, I bought this full set of hair just by Weta Pets alone. Thank you. So without further ado, here we go. Soda Flask is a new MTX that transforms both your life and your life potions into different refreshments, such as Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew. Open a can whenever you use a fully charged potion, and once they are empty, piece of stash came to solve a crucial problem when doing trades. It will guide you towards the nearest stash in every hideout. Perfect for those fuckers who hide them behind rocks or blind us with a million of decorations. We have been discussing the following MTX internally over the years because it didn't fit with our game aesthetics, but upon further inspection into how much money is making for other games, we thought it was time for a change. Exile Waifus is a new MTX that changes splashes for all classes in Path of Exile into cute anime characters designed specifically to attract the wallets of socially awkward users. Alarming Trades is a very useful MTX which activates every time a trade is cancelled, alerting you of possible scammers. Now there will be only one person to blame if you are stupid enough. Reddit. Boomer Hub allows you to play with different old-school interfaces you should be familiar with if you are above the age of 30. It's funny how for some people growing up sucks dick, while other people sucks dick when they grow up. The Beggar's Life is a very unique MTX which allows you to beg for currency. Select any type you want and start walking in Act 1. Other players will be able to donate directly to your stash at a rate of 1 unit per click. You can even select a mirror, but it's very unlikely. Don't be greedy. Music Rampage opens a repertoire of epic metal riffs to boost your gaming experience whenever you get Rampage. Let's take a look at some of the old MTXs I designed for previous leagues, such as the Conflict League right here or Legacy Blight. If you already saw them, there's a specific change I made just for you. Let's see if you can catch it. If you had 3 million of these filling all your tabs, don't worry. The new incubator stash solves this problem. You can even incubate here your newborn baby, so you can play Path of Exile forever. And if you're wondering why it took us so long to implement this stash tab, we forgot. Oops. We have heard a lot of community feedback in the last few years related to the ability to hide auras and character effects. We initially thought that the Invisible Aura MTX was a good solution to this demand, but this has not given players enough customization as we expected. In order to provide a better solution, we are introducing this new MTX called Invisible Mastermind. This MTX allows you to hide your auras, your character, and even your client. Now you can see the real Path of Exile. We have Currency Cyclone, we have Celestial Cyclone,
it's so fucking good. I'm so proud of
Cyclone, but the skill still feels very underwhelming. That is a thing of the past, as we are introducing Good Cyclone MTX. This new MTX lets you see Cyclone exactly how it was during the Legion League.
Fun fact. The first video that Croximatus, the guy is gonna be with us today on his channel is actually a Cyclone build for Legion. How I miss those days.
With the old pulverized support, as it should be. Finally, the lazy wording MTX changes all modifier text to be clear even if you are overdosed on lorazepam. Increased damage is now displayed as good damage. More damage is now displayed as better than good damage. Nearby is now somewhere in the screen, and light radius will be replaced with a mean face. Cassia's Dream Gag is a new MTX that can be applied to the Templar to shut her up.
And the unrighteous were turned to ash.
You can regulate its tightness and change between two different colors to better suit your fantasies. Multiverse Tower is a new MTX exclusive for Blight. It allows you to change the look of your towers, but be responsible with such power. Box of Shame is a new hideout decoration which shows everyone passing by how many Weta pets you own. Never before have we seen such clear connection between opportunity and poverty. Are you cringe enough to consider yourself a child? Maybe a risk taker? Someone who double corrupts mirror tier items just to prove a point? Then this MTX is for you. Fungal Balls is a new MTX that you can apply to your belt to hang a pair of balls. Each time you double corrupt a unique item, your balls will grow in size. Given enough time and your balls will scrape the concrete. And we're back. Did you find what I've changed in those MTXs? If you pause this frame right here, you will be able to see a red dot which was not there before.
I'm such a piece of shit. I need to recycle some content. Sorry, you have to forgive me for that. Good mate cocido to start the video. Really, really fucking good. Okay. And we should be like 2 or 3 minutes away from the actual podcast. I'm super excited, man. You have no fucking idea. No fucking idea. Let me... Don't do anything stupid. Take care, Javi. Cuídate, un abrazo. Oh my god. Nobody told me that streaming would be managing 1,000 million trillion windows. Oh my fucking god. Thank god that I buy a new PC because this is it's gonna burn to a crisp. Holy fucking shit. I have like 12 tabs. God help me. Damn. I think I need to actually put a short video so I can change this configuration because then we're gonna be fucked if I don't do that. Sorry to spam you with all videos. Let me check something. Croxy, how are you, man? Let me see where this is going. We have 5 there, we have there. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna switch up and I'm gonna basically put one short video just to prep for the actual stream, okay? Let me see. Okay, last one, guys, I promise.
Has been always the same for me. Some people saying that it lacks the ability. Explosive arrow, maybe way less currency, but I don't really care. I play God.
Yes, you do, baby. Yes, you do. Okay. Let me check social media. Check this one. Ah, such a good fucking video.
If you are not my mother nor any close relative and you haven't subscribed yet, I have way more random shit to throw at you. Do you like?
Okay, I think we are actually ready. Perfect. Let me change the scene. It should be here. Yeah, it should be this one. Let me start. I need to do the call. Let me go. Well, should I call first or should I just do like an introduction? I think I should do the introduction first. To everyone who is watching for the first time, thank you for coming. Obviously, this is the first chapter of the community crossover that I'm doing. Let me open the windows. Yeah, that video is super good. Sunubo. Sunubo? That's like the monkey, right? Like the bonobo? Okay. Focus. Okay. Before I present our guests with you, the reason I have to tell you the reason why I'm here on this stream. As many of you already know, and some may infer by the sound of my voice, I'm from South America, Argentina more specifically, and me and my friends grew up watching both the English-speaking channels as well as Spanish-speaking channels, obviously. In my case, was mostly English. So when I started this YouTube journey, you can say, I was torn between doing it all in Spanish, which would be more comfortable, obviously, or all English, which will be more scalable. It will bring more money, obviously, because of the ads location. But most importantly, I could collaborate and be part of the community that I watched and was mostly part of. And I was debating basically this idea for a whole year. And then I just decided that I will stay in the middle, if that makes sense. I had this idea of me speaking in English and having sort of a mascot which could only speak in Spanish. And that's why this channel is called Mako and Mocha. Well, Mako was because my little brothers, when they were growing up, they couldn't pronounce the R of my name, which is Marco. So they call me Mako, and Mocha was just like a good combination. you can go later and check my channel. The first videos I made was basically this idea. You will see Mocha speaking in Spanish and me speaking in English, because I saw like it could be quite fun for people to come to an English speaking channel and have like a little bit of Spanish here and there, like another character telling things, and it could be quite fun to learn a few words. Unfortunately, I couldn't make like a little devil's voice even with paid software, which didn't sound extremely cringe. Oh god, I tried, believe me. So I have to put the idea on hold and just focus on creating content that I enjoy at the moment. From that came the PoE concept leaks, the trailer montage, the concepts for classics, that music video that you just saw, and well, so on. But here I am today, and now that I had a little bit more reach, and I've been in touch with some content creators from both spheres, both the Spanish and English one, I wanted to go back to the old idea, which is community crossover, which was born from that desire to close the gap between the Spanish and English speaking communities from different content creators. And now some amazing people have giving me their vote of trust and decided to support the idea by simply coming here. So guys, I can make this stream under 2 hours if I needed to properly express how grateful I am to them, basically. So without further ado, I'm just gonna introduce you, the guest today. So I'm gonna quickly change the scene and begin the call so I can set up the actual community crossover. Let me see.
Let's hope this works.
Oh my god. Such handsome people. God damn. It looks good. Okay. Let me just 1 minute so I can actually grab your video source and put it on the OBS. Let me see.
Sure. No problem.
Let me see. I should use window capture if I'm not mistaken. OBS. Okay, let's see the first one. We have here one of them. And we have to put him on the back. Okay, this is looking better than I thought. Great. Okay, perfect. We have one and we have another one here. Whoop. Whoop.
Leaking all your DMs. Uh-oh.
No, doesn't matter. I'm just a human. Let me see. Damn. For some reason, I'm looking purple.
You do look purple.
I do look purple, right? I'm having like a...
Yes.
Sorry, a breach just opened behind me. I don't know why. Let me check this one. Let me check. Okay, I'm still purple. Okay.
I have no idea what could cause that, honestly.
I've never been purple in my life. Black and white I've been because I'm old, but purple, never. Let me... Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, it worked. Okay, I'm gonna stay here.
Good job.
Okay. Let me now open this one and move this to the side. Perfection. Okay, well, first of all, thank you for coming.
Of course, that was a beautiful intro, man. Oh my god.
Well, the intro hasn't started yet.
You should redo that part then because it was beautiful.
I'm gonna actually introduce the people here.
That's correct. I wasn't totally talking to you guys. I was muted on Discord. That didn't happen at all.
Okay, never happened. I wasn't purple.
Yeah, I was saying like, of course, looks beautiful. The Mako is really talented. It looks amazing, and glad to meet you. Try.
Yeah, you as well, man.
Okay. Okay, let me introduce these guys, even though you came here because of them, so you know them. But let's just pretend that you don't know them, okay? So on, I think, this side? Yeah, this side. The only man that I've seen in 32 years who can manage a wife and 2 kids, a full-time job, and a YouTube channel with over 300 videos in a single year. In a land where protons were people, he will be forever alone. Because he's too positive. Get it? Okay. The guy with a smile of $1 million. Try, welcome sir to the stream. How are you feeling today?
Thank you so much. I'm feeling good. I was chilling with my daughters this morning for a few hours while my wife was doing the budget. And now I'm here doing some Path of Exile stuff. So I'm really excited to talk about PoE 2 and whatever else we might chat about today. Thanks for the intro.
You will be surprised how little we actually gonna talk about Path of Exile.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Shocker. Okay,
Yeah.
let me throw in my notes. 1 second. Okay. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Hopefully this is good for you, right?
Yeah. I'm good at improvising. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons
Oh,
for like,
shit.
12 years straight. Every week I was the dungeon master, many different voices. Some of them people may have found offensive, but I was trying my best to just do like iconic voices, you know? So no, I'm good. I'm good with improvisation. Let's do it.
Bro, you're giving me ideas for something in the future. Okay. Let's just focus on this one. I'm never mind. Okay. And to my left side or right side of the screen, I don't know. To the right side of the screen, here comes a guy who speaks Spanish every single day, but says dude more times than any South Park character. For better or for worse, he's been playing Path of Exile since the beta, and his ability to farm a mage blood during the first week of each league is only eclipsed by the quality of his character. An amazing person with no bullshit attached. It's just a shame that he plays minions from time to time. Let's welcome the man itself, the legend, Croximatus. Welcome, man.
Thank you, man. That was an amazing intro. Like probably the best intro anybody has done for me. So thank you so much. And for the record, I don't play minions. That's not it's not classy. You don't play minions. That's not a good thing to play, right?
I knew that will like spark a little bit on you. Okay.
I'm on ground already.
Perfect. Let me have a
Melee
lot of-
boys assemble.
Bro,
Yes.
your first actual video was a Cyclone build, so
Yep.
you have my respect. Try to make a Cyclone build now, not in Legion.
Yeah, I tried. It was mid. I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna start off with some questions for both of you, just to break the ice, Nova, and warm a little bit. So, how does it sound? Is that good for you?
Yeah, sure.
I'm an open book.
This
Let's go.
stream is gonna be a little bit on wheels, but it has a lot of opportunity to just go sideways. So it's up to you. First question, I'm gonna say to Try. When you started your YouTube channel, you were focused on Path of Exile lore. But what would have happened if you had decided to talk about other games like Neverwinter Nights and Ariabeth Betrayal?
Nobody would have watched my channel. I love Neverwinter Nights. I mean, I don't know if you read something or heard me talk about it, but Neverwinter Nights was my childhood game. I played
too.
that for hundreds of Really?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
No.
That's awesome.
I did my little bit of investigation of you guys, but I'm not bullshitting here. If I come up with something, it's actually true. I play a lot of Neverwinter Nights. The PvP
awesome.
on that game was fucking insane for the time.
It was just the PvP and the fact that the developers gave players the ability to make their own worlds and games and then host them for no additional charge and everything. I mean, I played on at least 25 different worlds, and each one of them was their own microcosm of the game. Oh, it was so beautiful. People don't care about it now. So if I would have talked about Neverwinter Nights more, nobody would have watched. It's okay. It's okay, though.
Actually, just that we are talking about Neverwinter Nights, I'm gonna come up. I have a lot of questions in my background bucket, just in case. And I was thinking about something really cool which happens on Neverwinter Nights, which was basically every time you cast a spell on that game, your character will actually chant the spell. And I remember so fondly the channels of the spell, like Fortano, Fortijavak, and you will have like the eyes coming, or how was the other one?
Selena
Nipu,
Salaska,
Soleno, Somatska.
Yeah,
It was so fucking good. I don't know if you think that will actually be good on Path of Exile 2, or some kind of extra voice lines when casting spells instead of just the grunts like.
I think
Depends on
voice lines.
cast speed, right?
Right, go for it. You already knew what I was gonna say, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out. Like, it's fun when everything is like timed. You're like, oh, the spell takes like 1 second to cast, 2 seconds. We can make something for it. But then we are casting 100 million spells in half a second, and man, it's rap god, like Eminem in shambles. I don't know how they're gonna make it.
Well, I think you can actually put like a timer, like the same that we currently have. For example, if you press the mana button a lot of times, I'm running out of mana, and you won't hear that in 5 or 6 seconds. I don't know. I think it could be quite nice.
It's like what is it? Armor piercing bolt, frost
Armor
piercing bolt.
yes!
All that. Yeah. Crossbolts,
Exactly.
Right. It's just like that. They still do that a little bit, but I don't think they have custom like. I think it would be awesome if they spoke in some sort of like foreign language to us, because that's essentially what they were doing in Neverwinter Nights, right? And it sounded really high fantasy. I think it's like Draconic or something. But I think that'd be pretty cool. It could be an MTX that they sell in a supporter pack. Just do it, you guys.
Yeah.
It's optional. There you go.
Well, we actually have it in. Well,
True.
we are actually talking about Path of Exile 2. Okay. We actually have that with, for example, with drops. With never sync. Everything that drops could be custom, the audio. So that could happen. I don't know if you want to mess with the audio of skills, but I think I can. I don't know if I'm gonna just try something out, but
Fun.
I will.
Fun.
I will
Sometimes,
check.
Like, I have like some, I don't know. It's not a challenge. It's like a goal from some subs or something at the start of the league or at some point, and people make like a disgraceful filter for me to play, and I have to play it doing different things, and yeah.
Something
It's
disgraceful.
worse.
Disgraceful.
It's worse than the maybe one. The
Okay.
maybe one, it's bad.
That kind of. It could be worse.
It's worse.
It could be like Oni-chan or something like that. That will be
Way worse.
Way worse. Okay. Let me go to the next question for you, Croxy. As a software developer, you probably know that the tech industry loves to use a fucking million different acronyms, to the point that having a job interview may feel like you are basically Alan Turing trying to decipher some German soldier transmission from World War II. Between those acronyms, there is one in particular which I find quite hilarious. That game developers, call TTP. Do you know what it stands for? And have you ever engaged in TTP?
Damn, no, that that already flew over my head. Like I don't remember that one like ever. What was
Try.
also I must say like I have like what will be like 3 or 4 years like I haven't done any development work. I literally did the worst thing I could. I never recommend this to anyone. I have like a very good, stable job, like decent income. I was doing really well, and I just quit. I started playing games on streaming, and I really like
For me, you win.
PoE and gaming. So I did the worst thing you could do. Like it's doing like kind of okay, but yeah, like I remember I started losing like a lot of stuff around development and that thing. Like I miss part of it, but the bureaucracy on doing anything when you are like a top developer, it's horrible. You're literally not innovating anymore. It's sad. It's actually sad.
Well, actually, if you does well on the YouTube side or streaming side or any content creation, it has a lot of open doors in the future if you develop a game to have an actual audience to play the game or
That's
just
true.
use software. So that door will never close for you.
That's true. That's true. Also, what it was like TTP, right?
Yep.
I was trying to stall actually, but I didn't come up with anything like, what was
Okay,
it?
I'm gonna tell you. TTP is actually an acronym, which means time for penis. It's a metric. Yep. It's an actual acronym, which is a metric and slang term, which means time for penis, and it measures the time that players take to generate a penis-shaped object
Oh,
via any available means.
that's so funny. I can't believe there is an acronym for that, but it
Yep.
makes sense. Like you throw a game and any kind of freedom to the player to do something, and people do it. It's like, yeah, let's see how we do it. Like I see in Pedal Hexal so many times before we could like custom
Import the
Hideout?
templates.
hideouts yet.
Hideouts,
People
yeah.
were using like what was it? Yeah, Arctic Armor. They do it like really high duration. You leave like a chilling ground, and people just drop in. People just do it, and that was before hideouts. Like with hideouts, there is things I literally cannot show on stream, and
Very
Oh,
I'm
true.
damn.
really afraid every
I'm-
time I trade going to the
Really?
hideout and something I cannot show on stream.
I've never seen one of those. Are they getting banned for that?
Yeah, people get banned for that, but if there is so many people going into the hideout and nobody reports it, like eventually goes there. Like I think Queen got one, like let's say it was a Marauder and Sirius being too friendly to each other.
Oh my.
Let's
See, the
put it
worst
like that.
the worst I've seen is the Waypoint Girl, which I think like 75% of Path of Exile players use. Who
They
play it
gave up
endgame,
on that.
honestly.
They
Right?
gave
Yeah,
up.
they
Like, it is what it is.
Let me
it's
let me
happening.
just
Yeah. Mhm.
waypoint girl. Okay.
I don't know
You
what
know
her name is. I
I-
just call her
I
Waypoint Girl.
It's
Don't
That's
worry.
to be, I think. I never played the game, but
I'm
I
gonna
know
find
it's
it.
to be because I've seen her everywhere. She's like picking something from the ground. Let's see, something fell, and she's trying to pick it up.
Yeah, like the old bathtub streamers, right? Like they just need to
Yeah,
crouch to gather like the pencil or whatever is in the background. Yeah.
Butterfingers. They just drop things, and they need to,
Yeah.
lay down and take it.
Butter in the fingers. True.
Yep.
Well, actually, I will tell you something. This term, the time for penis, was actually coined by the developer team behind Spore in 2009.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. So
I
it's
think
been
it
I
was-
remember that game.
around along.
Yeah, it was
I never
on
played it, but
GDC, I
I've seen
think.
something about it. It's
Yeah,
apparently very good, right?
it was really good. For
Yeah.
I think it's still really good. The old
It was
one.
pretty interesting. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I thought like the end and Jesus, I was like what, 14 at the time, 13 at the time? No, younger. Oh my God, I was like 10. the end game like fell off for me, in sport. I think the early phases were amazing. You start as like a single cell organism and you build up to dominating entire planets. And that's where it kind of fell off. The entire early game though was awesome when you're building your tribes and everything. Oh, it was good.
It was
Great.
such a good game that
Yeah.
you actually can be like a carnivorous guy or just eat plants and do social.
Yeah.
Then you just become like a interplanetary species and you blow up everything. But yep. Okay. Let me go to the next question. Try. This is more a philosophical one. What is your take on this one? In your opinion, which style is better for armor sets? Symmetrical or asymmetrical? And why?
Holy crap. This is hilarious, dude. I just made a video about this yesterday.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah. Well, about cosmetics. Yeah.
Oh.
100%. Asymmetrical by far. All the asymmetrical armor sets are I'm huge fans of. The only problem, philosophically or design-wise, is that it's far harder to design asymmetrical armor sets that aren't clipping in with other pieces of armor and everything, so they end up looking worse as a whole, which I think is why developers, for stuff that is worn by players, almost always design symmetrical stuff, because it's more appealing visually to most people and it's easier functionally. But I'm a huge fan of asymmetrical stuff. Like I also like mixing and matching armor sets too with slightly different colors and all that. Big fan of that. I don't want to just use like a Challenge League's armor set just all in one. I like mixing and matching all the different pieces. I think that's really fun. But I think for the masses, people enjoy symmetry.
Yeah, too much
even though I made
OCD,
it
right?
through. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember. There is something asymmetrical in PoE. I'm pretty sure, but I remember more like Elden Ring. There is so many bosses and things you can wear that are completely asymmetrical and look
Yeah.
amazing. Maybe it's different game because the focus of the camera is like in you, is third person in this instead, sorry, of being isometrical. So it's different, but yeah, I think like there is place to have both. Maybe I don't know, but definitely like asymmetrical things look better in high fantasy. I must
Yeah,
say.
that was a problem that I had with Guild Wars 2. Just I'm going from a tangent here. Let's just wait a little bit because the next question for you, Try, is gonna be interesting. I will just pause this thought. Okay. Crocs, I assume you have played a lot of frustrating games, right?
I played Dota for like 10 years.
Oh my God, me too.
I was
Sorry.
yeah. I can't believe that I didn't make a single question about Dota. I play Dota professionally. You play Dota now, and Try seems to play a lot of Dota. So I don't know. There's no question about Dota, but if you have to say something about Dota, come on, man.
What are your rank? What was your rank? What was your rank when you were playing?
No. I play the old Dota professionally. I played Dota 1.
Dota 1.
Yeah, the Ice Frog map. Back in the day when you play Warcraft 3 and you had to go to the website, get Dota to get your latest version of Dota. It was such a good fucking time. And then I tried
played all of them.
a lot of those like Hon and then Dota 2. But it was never the same as the old Dota 1 for me. Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different, but I think it got better. Also, maybe I'm biased, but my peak was in Dota 2, like around T3, International
great.
3.
Okay.
I was almost in the International. I was playing with a team in the qualifiers. No, I don't remember how it calls. They called that different teams, and was like 12. It was like a mini tournament, and the top one got in. Well, I was one of the ones who got completely destroyed. So,
Still awesome, man.
Bro, you were there.
I probably watched you. I watched that religiously.
Yeah, tier 3 was really really good, and I was top 100 in the world with MMR. Yeah, I don't
Wow.
remember
Holy
exactly the
shit.
number, but yeah, I was like, I was good. I won't say I was really good, but because I got to play against RTC and against who else? I don't remember. Remember RTC? People from Liquid, from the old Liquid. I think I played against Fear, and there is a difference. Like against RTC, when I was really good, it was like I cannot win mid against him. I cannot. I just cannot. But I can make it even. So I can't lose, but I won't win. There is no way. So
Bro,
he was
that's
so
impressive,
good.
you though. That's super
And it's
impressive.
funny because people shit on Artisi, like he's so bad, whatever. It's like, man, you have no idea. You have no idea the difference, like the complexity of those people at that level. He looks bad against other players. You have no idea how good it is against normal players. For that sake, it's yeah. Right now, I kind of suck. I try to
too.
leave the game every year and I just fail. So I just keep coming back.
I'm 3 years sober of playing, but
Really
I
good.
watch it a lot. Like I watch this latest international, and you almost make me want to go pull out my Too Easy for RTZ T-shirt that I have in my closet,
Holy
but I won't. I won't. I also have an EG jersey, but yeah, that's crazy, man. Mad impressive.
What was your champ?
I usually played mid. Puck was my favorite hero, and I was
Okay.
nowhere near as good as you, Crocs. I was like, I mean, around 5,000 MMR. It's like Divine 4, 5 nowadays. Like, so I was not in the top, 10,000, 5,000 players. Not even close.
Even though that's a lot. Like if I remember correctly, this is our old stats, but I remember like 5 years ago, if you are above 5K, you are in the top 20% of all players. If I remember correctly,
It's
like
it's even better. It's even better, I think, because I remember looking at some program and everything. I was like in the top 99th percentile when I was
yeah,
around there, which is insane. Like
yeah,
better than
it's
99% of
so,
players.
so little people are in like everybody knew each other when I was playing that level. I know, oh, this guy sucks, this guy is a good support, this guy is that. I remember everything. I knew if I'm gonna lose the game before the game starts, because I was, oh my god, it's two again, there is no way I'm gonna win. I knew there is a streamer on the other side. I remember if it's a professional player on the other side. Like,
Yeah.
it was fun, but also like kind of frustrated because I was playing in Venezuela and I played every match with 100 ping or
Oh,
more.
dude.
So there is also a difference there.
Bro, you have to have that ping in order for Artesi to have a chance. So
True, man. True, brother.
That's why South Americans were dominating on lands for that period there, right? They just were like at full power finally.
yeah. 14 MS. What is that?
Yeah.
Crazy. Like people like I'm gonna be true. Like people in Peru, in Brazil, they are really, really good. They are
Yeah.
super aggressive. And
Mhm.
that people get caught off guard. Just get destroyed because it's a snowball so fast. But we have something in us. I don't know what it is, but it's like we like to push just a little. Let's see if I can just disrespect a little more. And people do so much. So much. It's always that you see it and everybody knows like why he did that. I remember like there was a tournament and some Peruvian team were winning like really hard, like 20 to 1 kill or something, 5K or more lead, and they just killed Russian and didn't pick up the Aegis. They just leave it there and
Yeah.
went away. And so one guy destroyed an item in front of the other team and something like that. It was like, whoa,
Bro, I remember
why?
I remember
guys-
people drawing dicks with items on Dota 1. They were leaving like the branch, the one that costs 50.
Aaron Branch.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It was 14 or 57 gold. I don't remember. But they will leave like just the shape of a dick with all the branches. The amount of disrespect
Classic.
you can actually do on that game is insane.
Rox, I think you're making me think. It was at EG versus SG Esports that you're thinking of at the Kiev Major, when SG like upset Evil Geniuses and somehow beat them, and they were BMing to the absolute maximum, like dropping their items. And I think there was
Probably.
like a level 25 Juggernaut with max attack speed, and he was dropping his item, almost destroying it, and picking it back up in front of. Oh, it was so good. Oh,
I think it was something like that, but
yeah.
they managed to lose. You know the
Oh
phrase?
shit!
It's snatching a wing out the jaws of the feet. I think it's something like
Yeah,
that.
snatching.
Well, they do
Yeah.
the reverse. They
Yep,
give the
yep.
win to the. I don't know how it would be, but yeah, they do the reverse. It's oh my god. Yeah,
Yep.
there's something weird. I don't know, but there is a lot of talent in Latin America. There is a lot of talent for competitive game, particularly. I don't know why, but there is so many hurdles some people need to cross. Like even in Path of Exile, beyond like competitive games, I played like many of us probably play hardcore like the first year or maybe 2 years I was
Mm,
playing PoE, and just every box it was a gamble. Like my computer will freeze probably. My internet will die eventually, and I'm just gonna die, something like that. And there is a guy that is really really good. It's called Bloodstain B. He's from Argentina, and he's really really good in HC. And he mostly dies to disconnects or something like that. And it it's not the game, like the game fails time to time, we know, but it's like the internet, the connection, it sometimes fails, and maybe it's a second, maybe it's 10
that's
seconds, but
that's that's called Argentinian infrastructure. We ran out of light. That's common. Yeah.
yeah, I know, like it mostly doesn't happen. Like I'm in Argentina. I'm from Venezuela, but I'm in Argentina.
I'm
Mostly
sorry.
doesn't happen, but sorry. But yeah, it happens sometimes. And if you're playing hardcore, like every second it fails, it just that's your character, probably.
Okay.
So yeah,
Next question. Let's move a little
a
thing.
little tangent.
No.
I need tangent.
Bro, if it's fun, I don't care about this question. I didn't ask you the actual question. The thing that you came up with was actually better. So it never happened. Let's go to the next one. Try. Before Guild Wars 2 was released, we had an expansion in Guild Wars 1 called Eye of the North. It served as a bridge to connect both games, introducing races like the Norn, the Asura, and the birth of the actually first Silvari. But the coolest thing, at least for me, my personal preference, was the Hall of Monuments. Can you explain to Croxy and the viewers what it was, and how would you feel if you actually have something like that in Path of Exile 1 leading to Path of Exile 2?
Definitely. So in Guild Wars 1, there was a wide variety of titles and awards that you could achieve in that game. And when Guild Wars 2 was announced, the developers didn't want people to stop playing Guild Wars 1 entirely, so they kind of said, hey, if you achieve all this stuff in Guild Wars 1, you're going to get special titles, cosmetics, and the like in Guild Wars 2 via the Hall of Monuments. So it pushed the entire population during the development of Guild Wars 2 to go and grind their asses off in Guild Wars 1 and play that game massively to prepare for Guild Wars 2. And so when that game launched, those players got a ton of achievement points. They got special titles, including the coolest title in all of Guild Wars 2 called God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals, which is just absolutely badass.
Was
And then
that one, or was the something of the stars?
that's one of the lowers. I think is
Oh.
it Chosen of the Stars or Among the Stars, something
Yeah.
like that. God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals is the number one title. It's like,
I got it. I got
EWAMM.
that one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
See, I don't have any of that. I barely played Guild Wars 1.
Oh.
But I know all this because I was super into Guild Wars 2, so I know all this. So yeah, we're saved. I knew all this. But in PoE 2, I mean, assuming all of the challenge microtransactions go to PoE 2, we kind of already have this. Especially for players who have played since, the very first league where they started handing out that. So I think Grinding Gear Games has kind of already hedged this, which is awesome. There hasn't been like official confirmation that challenge rewards are along with all other microtransactions, but I'd presume they're all bunched into the same category.
Yeah.
Which I'm very happy about, especially with the latest challenge rewards being such high quality. Like their armor sets that could be in Path of Exile too. And that's actually what my video is about. I'm going to try to edit it today. It's my most controversial Path of Exile 2 opinion. And it would piss people off.
That's a harsh statement. You have a lot of videos.
I know. It is my... I think everybody's going to completely disagree with me. So, we'll see.
Ooh. Well, now I have to see the video.
Spicy.
I can spoil it. It's okay. It's like a one-sentence thing, but I make it really dramatic. Because I do a fashion show.
Holy. Okay.
Yeah, fashion
I'm
shows.
going to check that out.
Only if you want. Only if you want. If not, if you think the delivery will be better in the video, we can wait.
And just to,
Whatever you want.
Just to give a little bit more context to those who don't know the Hall of Monuments from Guild Wars 1. And it was actually like a hideout that you have in one of the main cities of the expansion. And it had like different scenery and with a lot of like displays. So for example, one of the achievements was getting like a carbonized sword or a shield or something like that. And once you get that, you go to that hideout and you put the sword into the place and it will glow and you will start to fill up all like the different scenery with all your achievements. Like if you will see physically standing in top of that scenery. And that item was exactly what you get in Guild Wars 2. So it was like the
portal stone.
Yeah, it was like a portal stone. It's like, okay, I found the forbidden sword of whatever. You put it on the altar, it will glow, and then you get that sword on Path of Exile, on Guild Wars 2. And it was such a rush to start filling up all those gaps in your Hall of Monuments. It felt extremely good. The challenge were actually, I wouldn't say all of them were fun, but it was nothing like the 40-40 challenge of Path of Exile. Like, you don't have to kill the boss 1,000,000 times. You will have to, like, I don't know, get a very rare armor, find for example, in Guild Wars 2, you will have the Black Roa, if I'm not mistaken, or a Roa was like a pet. And you will get that by finding a lot of feathers on Guild Wars 1. There was a lot of stuff like that, but it was actually insanely good. Okay.
Yeah.
This one is for Croxy. Your videos are 99.99% guides and news from Path of Exile. The other 0.01% is Hollow Knight. Is Silk Song following the Bethesda trend of never coming out? And what about this game is special for you compared to other side-scrollers?
For sure, we're getting Silk Song early next year.
He was prepped.
For sure. For sure. We're getting next year for sure, man. Now, I mean, like, as a gamer, many of us played several games early on in our life, and I did as well. I played a lot of Age of Empires, Castlevania, Warcraft, StarCraft. There is a lot of things. I could go on with a long list. But at some point, at least for me, I found the game and just went for it. Like a lot of time went there and I didn't play other games. For example, it was first Atlantic Online and actually Lineage 2 Atlantic Online, and then Dota 2, and everything fell apart, and then Path of Exile. So I was like a one game indie at that point. But playing Hollow Knight again was like remember my childhood. Hollow Knight has so much from Castlevania, from Metroid, from those kind of games. It was so cool. Like I literally felt like a child again playing that game. Also, the score, the music is amazing. It's incredible. Probably even people that haven't played Hollow Knight have listened to music because it's everywhere. Everybody uses the music for videos, for boss compilations, for everything. It's so good. Christopher Larkin, if I'm not mistaken, the name of the compositor. It's so it's so good, man. It's amazing and feels like this high fantasy game. I don't know. It's simple, but because it's cute.
I had the same feeling with the actual Ori and the Will of the Wisp and the Blind Forest.
I have to play that game. I have to play that game.
If you like Hollow Knight,
Yeah.
that game's gonna be your number 2 or number 1. Who knows?
What is Hollow Knight on? I've never played it. Is it?
It's like
PC?
a Metroidvania,
Steam.
platforming. You're a small guy. You need to fight some bosses, be progressing, discover the map. It's like a simple game in that regard. But when you start playing it, it's handcrafted. Everything. The music is so good. It's simple, but at the same time, there is like complexity to learn to play the character very, very good. And the pace is amazing. You feel good playing it. I'm telling you, like
Yeah,
there
the
is games-
atmosphere is insane.
yeah, there is games today that you clearly know they just wanna take your time and tell you you play this game for $40, for $60, and you play it for 20 hours, 30 hours. That's a good deal. But they made you waste 30 hours of your time. It wasn't fun, really. Maybe there's something fun there, but they waste your time. I will not name it, but everybody knows this game that you need to
Diablo 4.
you need to click statues and just complete this, complete that. And it's not a challenge. You're just doing the thing, And that makes me mad because everybody has like a place in the heart for Diablo games or for Warcraft game. Like Blizzard had so a part of our childhood, and it feels weird because I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting older and just see the things. Maybe all games are designed the same way, but I don't think so, man. I feel like some games are just designed to be fun. Like, why are you doing this? Because it's fun. I don't know. I feel good. Like the boss do this and that, and it's fun. That's the reason. There is no because the human response is this, and you should do this and that. I don't know. I feel so many games are made like with charts and stuff, and not because they're fun. And people forget they are games.
Money, here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Yeah, and it's weird because those old games that we still play today, we still talk today, are actually cheap in regard to some AAA games today. That's the mind-blowing thing. Actually cheap. Like Hollow Knight's made for 3 people, I think. 3 people made Hollow Knight.
Wow.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's 3 guys on the company, and maybe they bought some asset here and there or something like that, right? But 3 people,
Right.
Like there's 2 guys
Yeah.
and the compositor. Yep, 3 people. Yep, it's Team Cherry. It's the
I think-
it's the yep.
I think that's one of the good things of having a small team is that the game, everything about the game seems consistent, and the idea is very well executed. It's not like Blizzard Entertainment. Okay, let me go to the next question.
One thing before that,
Yeah, sure.
like there is that part of the game that just feels like your childhood. You're just playing something like for the first time. You feel like a kid again. There's that part, but there's also other part. These games you finish and you are like, that was cool, but what about this? What about that? What happens? This was actually the story. Like Dark Souls, for example. No, there is so much you don't have an answer, and you need to go back and see. And Hollow Knight has that just as Padohexal. Padohexal, you're killing gods and things, and you don't know why. But if you go like,
Well,
Kitty
he
Cat
knows.
Noodle-
He knows. He made
True.
lore videos, but
Kitty Cat Noodle, if I'm not mistaken, and in Spanish there is a guy. It's called Pableras. He makes amazing videos like voice acting and stuff. It's so good. In Spanish, like everybody that knows the lore in Spanish is thanks to Pableras, ADN Gamer in Spanish, but in English there is Kitten Cat Noodle, if I'm not mistaken. There is
Yeah.
well, there's you try and there
Lily?
is some other guy. Who?
Lily made lore videos.
Gavrin started making videos, if that's
Yeah,
who you're
that's
referencing,
also-
with all the lore.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Well, Padohexal has that thing that you need to discover why are you doing things, and there is no, cinematic. That I would like to have like at least one, but there is nothing that telling you this is why you're doing this. No, you need to read this, check the lore on an item or something, connect the pieces, and that's why. Well, Hollow Knight has the same. Like you have the general idea why you're doing things, but when you start looking at the story, it's incredible. It's incredible. The story is
Right.
so good. It's like Dark Souls level storytelling. It's amazing. It's deep. There is a guy that makes only Hollow Knight lore videos.
It's like the Batividia for Hollow Knight.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember the name. Well, this guy only makes lore videos, and Hollow Knight is a small game that came out like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or something, and he still makes videos for the lore of Hollow Knight. So there is so much depth there because there is so many things that are told, but not completely. So you need to fill all the blanks with
Right.
imagery, with things. So that's why I just keep coming
Okay,
to
so
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight developers, please sponsor this guy for the Silksong release. It's gonna
Just
be.
give me Silksong, dude. I'll do it for free. Just give me Silksong. I'm an addict. I need it. No, for real. Like, I don't care.
Bro.
I hate to say this, but I don't care if it takes like 2 more years. Just make it good, like Hollow Knight, man. And the same thing goes for Padohexal. Of course, we know it's coming right off after these early access for sure. Just after the next one, we're having full release of Padohexal. 100% we know, everybody knows. But if it has to take a little longer, just take a little longer, man. It's like Gavin said, late, it's a little later, but suck is forever. So, yeah.
Truth. Okay, we're going to move into the next section of the video, and in order to do so, I will share some funny comments I received the last couple of months in the comment section of my videos.
Oh no. Oh, not this. Oh. Don't platform them, man. Don't do it.
No, it's gonna be super fun. I don't give a shit. So, just to be truthful, I'm gonna start with the names. I'm not gonna say the full names. Kakri said, I don't understand what's the purpose of this channel other than making people laugh. Yes, that's my channel. You can check it in the header that it says it's all about fun. Other one wrote,
It's actually good.
yeah, it was like
Very nice
50-50.
comment.
Bruh,
Yeah.
stop
I like those
snapping your
comments.
fingers. This one was quite polite, actually. Please add subtitles next time. Didn't understand a word of that. You may want to work on your terrible English. XXX love from Sweden.
These are all really nice comments, honestly.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, so
There's way worse. There's
Oh,
way worse.
I thought
okay.
you were gonna like go right into the deep end, but we're good. We're good.
Let me tell you the last one that you already heard. Okay, so this is not gonna be new for you. This is just a segue to the next question. I don't give a shit about this comment.
Right.
This guy wrote, really unfortunate to see this sub plagued with speculation content like this. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but if a game isn't released yet and everyone, including the people who played it, the early access versions, know so little about it, then there really isn't enough to try and start a YouTube career around. And I know it's a clickbait on purpose because that's how you get views. But these videos are literally either making things up or going to very small detail mentioned at ExileCon. Not saying you specifically, okay, but with a lot of other attempting this, it's painfully obvious that they weren't a Path of Exile 1 player, and their speculative wishes are very far removed from what you could reasonably expect from ARPGs and even GGG themselves. It also seems like you ask ChatGPT to write a script and recording yourself reading it off your side monitor. Now, I will ask you both.
It's not about you, but I'm gonna leave the comment here for you.
I was laughing my ass off. So, this one is for both of you. Have you ever received comment like this one this year, which made you think like, okay, these guys are so dumb
This
that
year, that's
yeah,
weird,
yeah.
man.
Okay.
Today, maybe.
1 month. Have you received comments like these ones that make you think that these people are so dumb that if you give them like M&Ms, they will try to put them in alphabetical order?
Roxy, you go first.
That's nice. That's a good one. Yeah, sometimes I try to just bite them off. Let's try to like that is my thing. I try to avoid conflict, but I actually a very conflicted person because when people try to piss me off, they can do it so easily, and I just keep going, no? Right? Like for example, the best thing I can do to somebody to say something that's, to be honest, like it's stupid. Some stupid thing you're saying, just try to show you that's stupid in some like irony way or something like that. And for example, recently, some people was telling me like, oh, Path of Exile 2 is just like Lost Ark. You say Lost Ark was bad because you had like this early access when people played before. So, and you critique that game, why you say Path of Exile is good? And it was like, yeah, Lost Ark is an MMO. You played before everybody else. If it's a race, you're getting a head start. In Path of Exile 2, you're going to have a fresh server. They say they're going to wipe everything when everybody starts. So it's not the same.
I think I saw a video of you. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know. It was a recent video where you actually compare like people were annoyed that you compare Path of Exile 2 with Diablo 3 and they were basically the same fucking game. Like,
Oh, yeah. I came up with that off the cuff. I was like, yeah, people hate me comparing Diablo 4 to Path of Exile. They're both isometric games. Oh, yeah. One is an isometric. The other is isometric. One is based on Diablo 2, and the other is also based on Diablo 2. One is a loot-based game, and the other is a loot-based game. One is in a gritty, dark fantasy world. And the other is also... people are being really silly. I laugh at comments now, guys. I either ignore them or just...
Oh my god, that's the same.
Right. I was affected heavily by comments for about a month. Very affected. Made me very sad. I read all of them, especially like on Reddit. People were very merciless. They're a lot nicer on YouTube for the most part, but I'm like, Reddit, they go straight for my head. I just laugh at them now.
I tend to imagine people that says that kind of comment like, oh my god, next year we're gonna have like the new Call of Duty.
I honestly just feel bad. Like I just don't get it. I just don't have that malice in me. Like I know the stigma or the stereotype of like a gamer or an internet person is to always be like a super troll and be an asshole and comments and try to really tilt other people. I've just never done that. And I think a lot of us don't necessarily do that. I think it's a stereotype that has kind of died down in the past decade, but there are still vestiges of it out there, unfortunately.
But it's changing.
Especially.
Because I remember the Reddit from Path of Exile and the actual community for Path of Exile. Well, I played Dota, I played League of Legends, I played World of Warcraft, and a lot. It was so nice to new players, and it was so good in general, the community for Path of Exile, that I don't know what is happening right now. It feels a little bit more toxic, but I don't know. I think it's the minority, but they are loud.
Yeah, it's getting worse, but it's still very nice. At least in Spanish, I will say. Like in Spanish, it's very, very nice. But in English, I can see, because I consume a lot of content in English, and I can see it. Like there is like that elitism is creeping back a little bit. I remember, because I played Path of Exile like after beta. I didn't play beta actually, but after beta, I played Path of Exile, and I remember like there is a famous clip of Chris Wilson talking to a random player, showing an item, and people say, "Oh, what a noob! Shut up!" Something like that. It was Chris Wilson in Act 1, actually. So yeah, people were actually like very elitist in the game early on, and people didn't tell you anything. You can see the forum post. It was like, oh, you don't know how Leech works, you don't know how region works, you don't know. And it's actually hard, because Wiki didn't exist in that moment. Like there wasn't tools, there was anything. Like you need to like almost like go into the code and see, oh, that's how it works. So it was really hard to make. I remember Creparian was saying like, you don't need to make the best build, just make a build that works, and that's ahead of everybody else. And that's true. Like it was really hard, because there was no tools, there was no fraternity, there was nobody wanted to help you. Everybody was just talking shit.
It was a wasteland.
Yeah. And also about trolls on the internet, I like when people troll, but it's funny. When you are not a bit funny, it's just annoying, and I don't like that. It's sad. It's sad when it's just annoying, because most of the time, like there is not even a point in there. Like some guy, I don't know, it could be anyone, but Path of Exile dots will be the next Concord. That was all the comment. Like, what do you mean?
You have to laugh at that.
What do you mean, the next Concord?
I remember Asmongol actually saying a comment like, you have to imagine the people commenting like they are 12-year-olds, and you will never get annoyed. Like, imagine it's a 12-year-old and you're like, bruh, I don't give a shit. Like, or no comment where I can close the window and it disappears has any weight on your life. Like,
yeah. That's essentially how you got to treat them. Because when you're getting hundreds, thousands of them, right? If you treat everyone seriously, it gets a little much. It's a little bit of a toll. So
yep.
No longer, just laughing.
Crocs, I have a question specifically for you. Try to make this one short, because I know that you can talk about this for a million years.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go.
Bro, short, please.
10 words. Let's see. 10 words. I will do it.
You have been playing Path of Exile for quite a while, and as a YouTuber and full-time streamer, you have created and shared many build guides on your channel. If you had to convince another content creator to not do build guides, what would be your top 10 arguments? Sorry, your top 3 arguments.
3 arguments.
No, 10 is gonna be too much. 3 is enough. Come on.
3 arguments. You will spare a lot of criticism making builds. One fast one will be, it's too cheap or too expensive. It's never gonna be like, oh, that's a good build and the price is right. No, it's always like, can you make it like a little more expensive, because 10 10 divines is like nothing. I just move a rock and I have 10 divines. Can you make it more expensive? Or what do you mean 50 divines, dude? I have 25 wives and 100 kids. I can only play 5 minutes a day. How am I gonna find 50 divines? So there is that's that one part. The second part is like it's kind of saturated right now. There is a lot of guides, and the problem is there is a few people that actually make builds without basing on something that's almost the same. You just change a couple things, and it's basically the same build that somebody else made, but slightly worse, but slightly better. So it's really
for example,
hard to come out.
if you want to make a Righteous Fire build,
Yeah, that will be good.
you will go to just Capitan Lance or Pox.
Fox probably. Yeah, like you need to think really hard because there is so many people doing it. So of course, if you like it, if you like the challenge, like Erikian, I think, and Joisus, I think is the other guy. They make fun builds. It's not like functional builds most of the time, but yeah, there's fun interaction. There is some cool shit you can do. And the last one, I had one and I just lost it. It was a really good one. Oh, I remember. Path of Exile right now needs like a lot of checks. For example, you want a build to do tier 16s fast, tier 17s, overs, of course, Simulacrum 30, of course you need to do it. And you need to be tanky, you need to be fast, you need to be needs to look good, needs to have explosions, you need to do all of that things. And it's really hard to make a build that has all of that, and it's not the same that everybody's playing, but because when you want to have a build that do everything, it's hard because you need to do the best one, the best abilities. Like right now will be Lighting Strike, for example. It's like everybody plays it because it's so strong. And or you need to be really expensive, or you need to just took a checkout. Like I do everything but Simulacrum. I do everything but overs. And
then it's the problem that people say like, okay, yeah, this wheel doesn't work.
Oh yeah, I tried to do Ubers with the one divine budget build and it didn't work. I think it's a bad build. And it's like, man, it happens. Like I know there is builds that worth one divine and can do overs, but need like a lot of good plays, good what will be the word, like good reaction. You need to be a very good player.
You need to be Ben. Yeah,
you need to be Ben or Lily that plays with the full hotkit and control and the other hotkits too, and everything is an ability. You need to be something like that, and you probably can do other content. That's the thing. So people like these buzzwords like Uber viable, Simulacrum viable, and can be really tiring if you do something else. People automatically, you do it like, this is the best mapper. All right, can you do Ubers? Can you do Simulacrum? And like, man, no, it's a mapper build. That is lost, and I don't know why. Because back in the day, in the old days, Path of Exile was like, you need a build for bossing, you need a build for mapping, you need a build for this and that, and people were like, oh, okay, that's how it works. You want a build for everything, it's a very expensive build, because of course, how you gonna be a build for everything if it's not expensive? But right now, and this is something I wanted to do a video about this. I'm gonna just ask because I think I want to hear your opinion about this. Do you think Path of Exile is getting like way out of hand with power, and most of power like recovery?
Power?
Like,
what do you
right?
mean?
Not power, like mostly like defensive layers and recovery. Because, for example, you can pick the 10% leech node, and you're basically immortal until something one-shots you. And there is a lot of that in PoE right now. Like before, you didn't have that. So the problem with that is you can only balance the game around one shots.
Yep.
And I don't like that because it's annoying. Like,
Well, you
oh,
can
I'm immortal
actually.
until something bullshit kill me.
That's why the flask is now like 40 divines. The unique flask that makes you
Per
take
Genesis.
over. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's BS, but I think PoE 1, my crackpot theory is that in PoE 1, they're just letting the power go absolutely berserk because in Path of Exile 2, it's going to be such a different experience wherein
Gonna
it's
be
going
so
to be
good,
a
right?
struggle. It's going to be, I don't have one of those, but I'll just, yeah, thank you. Put it on the camera. I'm going to get right up to the camera. Yeah, I'm not going to purse my lips in the camera. It's not a good image. But I think they're just going to go berserk with the power in Path of Exile 1. I think Mark, who's helming like all the decisions, is just like, let's let the insanity just ride out in PoE 1. Let's let the loot go berserk. Let's give them what they want with melee. Let's just let the power levels go to all out max, right? Like Settlers of Kalgur. I think it's the bigger. I think every single league since Trial of the Ancestors, which is when Mark started really being in charge, power creep, power creep, power creep, power creep, power creep,
I think they are just trying to part ways and maximize their own thing. Like,
yes. Yep. PoE 1 is the max power fantasy. PoE 2, it's gonna be a challenge to get to that level, and you're gonna have a lot more time in, a lot more effort. I don't think it's gonna be as simple as, like you said, taking a 10% leech node and being effectively immortal. We don't know that. We don't have the game. Connor Converse, just One Mana Man, put out a video about this, about recovery being insane, like yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, it's wild. And in Path of Exile 2, it kind of seems like it might be in the same direction because of how leech works in that game, depending on how player damage scales. But we'll just have to see.
We know little, but that thing like Connor, I remember because I was hearing the interview and it was like, that's weird. I can just have damage and be immortal with leech. And I forgot because there is something else and I forgot. And then I watched the video of Connor and it was like, oh, right, that thing. And I hope
leech resistance.
I hope they see that video and make the adjustment, because if not, we're just gonna be the same path. And you know, I played Path of Exile for over 10 years. And obviously, I like it, but there is some things you can tune in and make it even better. And Path of Exile is a good moment to strike in another direction, just a little bit, and see what happens. They might strike gold.
Right.
If not, they just can lean into the thing they already know how to do.
Yeah, and I mean, boss fights with you not being able to teleport out of them, they are like literally a war of attrition. So you really can't have just the ability to infinitely leech and make that be your only real recovery, or make it so that the only way you die is one shot.
Well,
it's gonna be really tricky to balance that.
I think the fact that now we cannot portal out and back in to refill the flask will make that the leech is more important.
Exactly, but it's like a careful line because you can make that too powerful and then you're never going to die unless you get one shot.
For the balancing team, it's going to be a nightmare, but thank God I'm not the balancing team.
I know, I don't envy them. I don't envy them at all. They put a crap ton of work in. I mean, the reason that you mentioned a really good thing about Hollow Knight, and I've never played Hollow Knight before, but you said it was like very consistent all the way through, and you really loved that. Like it just top quality.
Was really
the base.
good.
Yeah. Right. And Grinding Your Games like just came out recently in an interview with Siggy D, and they're like, yeah, we changed this one thing, and we had to go back to every single boss and monster and change everything because of it. It's not like, oh, we changed this one thing. Well, moving forward, we're going to make sure we keep that in mind.
Yeah.
No. They go back and they make sure the foundation is steady for the entire game. And that I thought that was just a great point, Croxy.
Yep.
Yeah, they really like that. That's another thing about GE. They really like their game. They really invested in Path of Exile 2, and at least you really don't want to see it, and that's all right if you want to see it. At the end of the day, we are like consumers, and you need to judge the product, not the people behind the product. But I know for a fact, like nobody takes this much effort for something they do not like. They really like Path of Exile, and they're really trying to make something very, very good. It might be bad. I don't know. I don't think so. If I can bet in Path of Exile 2 being good, I will bet everything. I think Path of Exile 2 is gonna be amazing, but it it could be bad, but it's not gonna be bad because they don't like the game or they're doing something. Um, what will be the word like? Um, they're just doing something with no heart in it for saying something. They're trying to do their best. Sometimes their best is not enough. Like everything, like in life, we always try to do our best sometimes, and it's not enough. It happens, but it's not a lack of heart or want. They really want to make the game really, really good.
Yeah, and time is also money when you're running a business. So that's something else to
That's
take
another
into
thing.
account.
How much money you think
No,
VOD2 is
I don't.
costing?
No, that's an impossible question to.
And we'll probably never know. But well, actually, they kind of released their financial statements. New Zealand people who have probably no idea how New Zealand finances or legalities work have dove into it, and they've tried to like ascertain how much they've spent and earned. I bet something like that will come out eventually.
Okay,
That's a lot.
let me.
I know it's a lot, but I just want to know, like, to compare, like
Yeah.
with Larian
Concord.
Studios, with
Concord.
what?
Yep.
With Concord,
Concord,
because
yeah, that's
Path of Exile
right.
2 is the next Concord. That's just gonna happen. 7 days in, they're closing the servers. We're done. Sorry. So sorry.
We tried, but I don't know, it didn't work, man.
And you will start thinking, oh shit, I should have talked about Neverwinter Nights. Okay, let me start the next question by sharing a personal experience.
Right?
I think this was in May, maybe of 2023. I had 8 videos at a time, most of them with like 100 views or so, except one that went really well, which was me designing the interface for the Riot MMO that never came, rest in peace. And then I made a top 30.
It's dead? Is that the,
No,
the,
no,
the game? Is
it's,
dead?
it's
It's
not
dead for
dead.
like 8 years. They like, we're going dark for a long time. Don't
Oh,
expect any
wow.
new.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they saw what they were getting into it, and they say like, oh shit, okay, let's just rewind a little bit. And then make like a top 30 silly changes that I would make to Path of Exile. And I published that video. I went to sleep, and I remember I get up like 2 or 3 a.m. wanted to take a piss. And I woke up, I peed, I got back into the bed, I pick up the phone, and I saw that I got like, how do I say this? Most of my videos back in the day had like 4 comments, and I saw like a bunch of notifications, and this was having like 60, 70 comments, which was like insane for the time. Well, it is still insane. I'm not getting 70 comments per video. And I scrolled down, and I remember that I saw a comment from Gassi, and my eyes opened like that fucking lemur, that like the meme, like. And I think I got like next to the bed, and it was like, okay.
I'm hard now.
Okay. I think I made it in terms of actually have like reach, or okay, these people that I've been watching for years have actually seen my thing. It's like, damn, like this is happening in some way.
It's
So
a
now-
really good video. If you haven't seen it and try, you're gonna have a blast watching that.
Fun
I don't
fact,
think I've seen it.
I think out of the
Really
30 out of the 30 things that I predicted, I think that I've already done like 25, which is fucking
Also
insane.
true. Also true. Yeah.
It's insane. For example, the icons on the trades to differentiate between trades and party, the splitting of the currency, there was a million things, and they've been doing every single one of them. Like,
If I can add something for you, like some of the things you asked to the game, it wasn't like common things. It was like really specific weird things, and they actually did it. It's almost like they watched your video.
Sorry,
You're
I
seeing
just
the thumbnail, right?
I just
I
Sorry.
see the thumbnail right now. Oh my gosh.
Maybe that has to do with how many people watch the video.
yes, and you have to
Oh my.
yes, and this is something that is not on my questions for this podcast, but it's something that really was annoying for me because I fucking hate clickbaits and I fucking hate trying to do social engineering on people with that kind of stuff. But on that video, I actually try just to have some kind of metric and to see why is that way. And the RTS, the click-through rate, CTR, sorry,
rate,
the CTR went from I think 3% to 17%, and I was like, fuck,
Well,
I need
you know,
tits.
it works,
Mako,
man.
this is why I every single video I do, I have one thumbnail that is like, all right, this is just the straight juice, you know? I'm solving everything. You guys say you want me to be straight up with you. Click on this thumbnail. And then you get the thumbnail test going and it's like 50% to this thumbnail and 30% to that one and then like the remaining little bits to the one that's straight. It's like
Yeah.
people don't click on it. They don't
Yeah.
do it.
It's fucking insane. I hate it, but that's how we work, unfortunately.
It is what it is, man.
I think also
It
it's
is
good
what
to
it is.
it's good to mention that even though it's a clickbait, once you enter the video, it's actually good content. Because it could
Yes,
be
you
like
have to.
just shitty clickbait and bad content on the video.
Hey, that Kitava is in the video, right?
No, it isn't.
But that's literal
clickbaited,
clickbait. No, that's real clickbait. That the
Yeah.
Kitava's not in the video.
Yeah.
Oh, Mako.
No,
oh,
wait.
No. I do not condone this. I do not condone it. No.
Wait, there was no, it's not on that video. It's not on that video. On that video, I actually took a week to design actual interfaces for all the changes that I wanted to see. So it took a lot of work, and I wouldn't just contaminate my fucking designs with just a Kitava with good tits. No, that was
Boom. You spent 5 minutes on it. You're just like, and this will tie it all together. Bam.
because
There
it's
you go.
insane. Because you actually spend like, I spend. Have you seen the music video that I show at the beginning?
Yes.
Oh, the music
Yep.
video is really
Okay,
good, man.
that fucking music
fun.
video took me 3 months. I have to learn new software. I've never done music in my fucking life. I have to download samples. I make the actual song from scratch. And I made a video. I edited everything. And 150 people saw it. So, doesn't matter how good the content you make if no one sees it. So the clickbait is actually a necessity for you to push up more content. It's unfortunate, but it's a reality. Unless people change their behavior, we have to do that thing, or we are just gonna waste time or our resources. I have a full-time job. I came to my. This is a question later, but we have another things to do. Like I get home after like an 8-hour, 10-hour shift, if you consider it like the travel time. I came home, I kiss my wife, and maybe I don't have time to spend with her and ask her how her day was, because I just sit on the computer, start editing, and it takes a lot of effort. You sacrifice a lot to actually make the videos, and if nobody watches, then it feels a little bad. I won't say that it's not worth it, because I fucking love all the videos that I make. It may sound like me being like, oh, you like your content, but I actually have a lot of fun doing that music video, and every once in a while I actually sit on the train and I just laugh. It makes me happy. But it's important that people know that clickbaits, unfortunately, it's just a state of human behavior, and we have to use them.
people have changed the definitions too, because in the past it is exactly what you did with that Katava video. It is promising something with the title and thumbnail and then delivering something differently entirely. And now people just are angry that something entices them to click, which, I mean, that's basically everything in life. We're always trying to get people to like do other things, right? And people get mad about it now on the internet. I don't know. It's interesting psychology to think about. I don't get mad about it. Like, I see a video, it entices me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to click the video. And as long as it's about what it said in the title and thumbnail, great. If it's answering the question that it asks me in the title, awesome.
Yeah, people
Thank
don't
you
want
so much.
to be cheated. It's just
Yeah.
that.
Right. So
Also, there is something weird. Like most of the time, I will say like 99% of the time, it's like that. You need to entice people to click. And then you have people like Charlie Penguinzo, Moist Critical, and he's like, the thumbnail. He's just like that, and I don't know, something happened somewhere. 5 million views.
I
like
think
the
that when,
Concord situation is crazy. You know, it's just crazy. That's it. You know?
I think when,
it's like
when-
3 words, and it just works. I remember this. I don't know if you knew him, maybe the channel or something. Devin Nash.
Mhm.
If you guys don't, you should like investigate it really. That's a guy that works for a company.
Content creators, right?
Like he manage a lot of content creators and makes a lot of content, and it's really really good. Like for content creators, that's probably premium content you can consume. He teaches a lot of things, and he was like trying to understand Charlie. He interviewed him and was like, but why you do this? What's the metric? What's the reason? And he's like, I don't know, man. I always done this.
I think that once you're big enough and people understand what you do, you actually don't need that much of a clickbait, because people know what to expect once you enter your video. And there's a lot of people that just watches the person and not the content itself.
True.
That's why, for example, Asmongold can talk about anything and people will watch it. For example, I'm an avid Asmongold watcher. I love his channel. And he will talk from a channel's news to something that happens in America, to games, to he could talk about McDonald's and people are gonna watch him because they like him, how he presents his stuff, his opinions and whatever. So in that case, it doesn't really matter the thumbnail any longer. But for small channels that you are actually competing in a certain way, and I say competing like this, for attention in the main website of YouTube, you need to have that extra attention grab somewhere.
Extra space on the thumbnail, yeah.
Yep. So now that I talk about that gassy experience at 2 a.m. in the morning, did you have any moments like this?
I definitely did, and it was in May as well, man. I mean, of last year. I was posting videos about random PoE stuff, PoE lore, as you said. I did like top quality of life features that could work well in Path of Exile now, talking about like accessing the wiki in game, like you can in Guild Wars 2 by typing /wiki and then the term, and it will throw you to the proper page.
I didn't know
feature
that.
in Guild Wars 2.
Damn.
Yeah, that was my last video before I made that little essay on why GGG is quiet about PoE 2 and why we really shouldn't worry about it. And I also, like you, was like posted it at night. I posted it to Reddit, and I was like, yeah, because that's where I got a lot of my lore traffic from Reddit. People liked me for those videos. Not anymore. And so I went to bed, and I got up in the morning. I didn't get up to pee or anything. And I walked over to my computer. I logged on. I checked Reddit, and my post was like 90% downvoted.
Holy shit, really?
It was like negative something. Yeah, people hated the video. I was like, oh my god. They're like, why are you talking about Path of Exile 2? This is the Path of Exile subreddit. And stop. I don't want to hear about PoE 2. Stop speculating.
But Path of Exile 2 is Path of Exile.
I know.
What you talking about?
It was. This was back
Sorry,
in 2023.
sorry.
Right? We
Back
still
in-
didn't know.
Back then, Did we have an actually Reddit for Path of Exile 2? Or no?
Did we have what? A separate game? No,
No,
it
no,
was
no, no.
before the announcement.
Did we have Path of Exile 2 Reddit back then?
Oh, no. No, not back then. No, because it was like, off in the distance. Didn't have the Path of Exile 2 subreddit. It was just posting it to Path of Exile. Then I go to YouTube, and my highest video before then was like 1,000 views. And my video's at like 20,000 views. People are loving it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then I'm working, and somebody sends me a message, and they're like, dude, you're on Asmongold's stream right now. And I'm like, he reacted to my video. Yeah. It's still my like number 3 video of all time or number 4 video of all time or something. So.
And it's insane that it's not your first, actually. Like, you have many like those. That's insane.
Yep. Yeah. Asmon's reacted to, I think, like 6 total videos. So I've had those moments a lot. And my first actual experience was on my lore videos. Grimro, actually, I'm sure you guys both know him, What's up, guys?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, Grim here. Gosh, it's been so long. It's been like 2 weeks. Yo, what's up, guys? Grim
Bro,
here.
I miss those
You're
Excel
watching.
sheets.
I miss you. I miss you,
Yeah.
man.
We miss you, Grim. He commented on like my first video, and he was like, dude, awesome work. I really like it. Here's a few tips and everything for future content.
We
I
are
was like,
gonna
"Oh my
play
God,
Tornado Shot this time.
Yep. So those are a few of mine.
Damn, bro.
I don't know. Like, there is like 2 moments I remember clearly. There is one moment that was like my 3rd video or something. I was like, just wasn't expecting anything. Like, I just was posting something because I was seeing like some guides. Back then, there wasn't like any guide in Spanish. There was like so little. So I made a video, and please don't watch it. It's so bad. It was bad, and actually my mic was horrible. Everything was bad about the video, the edition, everything. And it was like, I watched it again. It was, I need to make this better. And like the 3rd video I made, I had like 20 people in the first one, like 40 on the second one, and the 3rd it was like, I always fucked up. Like 500 will be 500, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like 500. I was like, wow, that's a lot of people. And the comments were all positive. I was like trying to really reach like people that didn't know about Path of Exile. I was trying to explain everything very carefully. And people were, oh, I didn't know this was this way and something. I was like, that's really cool. That feels really, really well, because I wasn't expecting to be anything on YouTube. Like, I really did it because no shit. I thought I could help someone with the things I know. Because back in the day, I had some group of friends that play Path of Exile, and every friend was like, can you make me a build for this or that? And I was the guy that did the build. So I said, like, I maybe can help somebody else. And I made a build, I posted on YouTube, and it works. I was helping somebody, and feels really, really good. It was a hard moment in my life. It was a lot happening in my personal life. So yeah, it helped me a lot, knowing that I was doing something positive for somebody else. And the other one will be, funny enough, in the Hollow Knight video, I made a lore video for Hollow Knight, and I made it. I took like almost a full month making the video. I made some voice acting. I did a lot of work there, and nobody saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, makes sense. I'm a Path of Exile channel. All right. I don't care. It's fine. I made it for me. And the end of the game, on the end of the day, it was like a really fun game. I wanted for me. So, all right, I made it. And like 2 months later, I was checking my analytics and shit. I was like, Hollow Knight is my top video. I was, why? What? And I was checking out, and yeah, the video just was going right like this all the time. And right now, it's my top video. I have like 500,000 on the.
Didn't know that.
On Hollow Knight.
Holy shit!
And yeah, that's.
I saw that. I was like, when you were talking about one Hollow Knight video, I was like, yeah, but it's a big video, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think it shows. I really wanted to make the video. I really put a lot of effort there. So I like it. Funny enough, I made a video about Dark Souls. I really wanted to do it,
Bro,
and that didn't do well. I don't know why, man. It's better, but it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I probably gonna make like more lore videos, like once in a while, just throwing in there. Maybe make a separate channel for that. I don't know, but it's really high quality. It's in Spanish, so
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe it doesn't.
Once
Maybe it's
the
not for the right audience, but yeah.
once the EA can translate everything to English, and we'll be fine. Guys, unfortunately, we have reached the end of the show. Some of us have a little bit of things to do. We have family, so I'm gonna wrap things up. First of all, I want to ask you how was it for you guys, at least so far? And also, would you mind telling the audience where you can find your content, social media, and so on?
100%. I had a fantastic time. It was totally unexpected. I did think we were going to just talk about like Path of Exile 2. So my notes are literally on the ground. No, it was very fun. Like I said, great at improvising. Can talk about anything. Croxy, it was awesome meeting you, man. I really enjoyed that. So I hope we can talk maybe when like PoE 2 comes out too. Be really interested to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, super exciting.
Hit me up anytime. No problem.
Awesome, 100%. Yeah, I have your Discord now, so I can pester you.
Yeah.
And you can find my stuff on youtube.com/talkativetry.
We have it
cute green dinosaur
right here.
Well, same for me. Like, it was really fun. I also thought I was talking about PoE 2, a lot of things. I was trying to think like, all right, smart things about PoE 2. I was, okay, the Lich thing, the Flash thing, the Portal thing. I was trying to think about all the gameplay stuff.
Sorry to disappoint. I was just...
No, not at all.
I was just, really okay, these guys have been talking about Path of Exile every single day. And I think the most important thing about a community crossover is actually knowing the person and not the kind of content exactly that they make. I think that now I understand you guys a little bit more. I think it was way more interesting than just talking about news about Path of Exile 2 that we already know.
We're Dota 2 degenerates. I learned this today. All of us. We come from the same place.
Yeah, pretty much.
Full Dota, and then Path of Exile. It's like from one track to another, man.
Yeah.
It was really fun, man. Like, for real. I wasn't expecting this, but it's really fun. Like, it's really fun to talk to you two. I already know you a bit, Mako. We talk off stream sometimes, but it's really fun. I really like talking. It's fun to know people, to tell stories. Can
you guys, before leaving, recommend me at least another content creator that I should be like inviting in the future? No pressure, just point me in any direction. I will try to reach them out.
You know mine, but you already had him on here. So I'll go with my number 2. Get Dreamcore on here. I want to hear more about Dreamcore's personal stuff. Yeah, get him on here.
Okay.
Come on, he's an enigma. He's so good mechanically, but I don't know much about him. He lives in England and he has very strange food that he eats sometimes. That's about it. So.
Interesting. Noted.
Well, I will tell you one in Spanish and one in English.
No.
I think
right. Okay. Yeah. Go.
Subtract him in English. Like, it's a really fun guy. I already talked to him like 2 times. It's really, really fun. Like, time flies by. He has so much to tell, and he has some philosophy for gaming that is really good. I will love to come up with this, but his phrase is optimizing for fun instead of optimizing for damage or whatever. No, optimizing for fun, and it shows in his videos, in his builds, and whatever. It's a really fun guy to talk to. In Spanish, if I can recommend you someone, the barrier of English is the problem, I think. But,
I'm actually coding a script to translate mostly live from English to Spanish and vice versa. So if I can make that work, that could be a game changer for me, at least for this kind of video. It's gonna happen, but it's gonna take a while. Which
I will tell you. Like, I will go. I want to just shout out everybody right now.
No.
But
Okay, you don't have to do it right now. You can just PM me later, and I will take a look. So no pressure.
I will say Booby.
Booby.
Booba HT, I think. He's really fun. And it is madness. His stream is madness because he has TPS on.
I get well with madness, so it's gonna be fun.
I don't know how he deals with it. It's trolling 100% all the time, but it's fun. It's a fun experience as a viewer, but I will totally go insane if I had that on my stream. Like 2 days, I will crumble. It's like I will imagine like this. What's the name? Like dark gods or for Warhammer or something, like eating your mind. That's how I will feel like
the mind flayers.
That's yeah, something crazy. For example, yeah, they have. Well, I won't talk anymore. I know you. I could do this all day, man. For real.
It's gonna happen. Don't worry. Okay, guys. Thank you again for coming. Really, you actually made this possible, and I have like a lot of fun. So, thank you again, and as always, take care. Un abrazo.
Thanks, everyone.
See you later, man.
Thank you. I do have to hop right now. Thank you guys so much for...